Namaste. Hi everyone, welcome to your first May class, and this class is a little more educational class rather than a physical class. But of course we're going to be using these magic items, which are of course our hands. You would have noticed throughout class, and when we begin, I often say place your hands on your knees or at your heart space, wherever you're comfortable. But when we're actually doing these gestures, these hand gestures, they're called mudras. So the use of mudras in the practice of yoga is a powerful tool for self-care and empowerment. With yoga, the intention is to draw oneself inward. Mudras allow us to go inward and recharge our energy levels. So the term mudra applies to the use of the hand gestures during meditation that carry out specific goals of channeling your body's energy flow. So there are more than 100 known mudras that have been developed over the centuries. So let's begin with one. The Gyan Mudra. So Gyan Mudra, we take our pointer finger and our thumb and we join it together and we expand these other three fingers. So let's just back up a little bit. In Ayurveda, the yogic science, the human body comprises of 5 basic elements, which is fire, air, space, earth, and water. So each finger represents these elements: fire, air, space or ether, earth, and water. So how mudras work? So just as the universe represents these 5 elements, in Ayurveda science, they say that the fingers represent these 5 elements also. So our fingers continuously emit energy. So we've often used this chi energy ball in our practice as well. And you notice when you have that pulling and drawing back in force that you start to create this field of energy between the fingers. So this happens when we join thumb and pointer finger and so forth, channeling, changing the way that we hold our hands. Our hands. So yogis believe that when different fingers form mudras, they start electromagnetic currents in the body and stimulate our conscious center, so creating balance and promoting health. So using these mudras, holding them for our meditation, opening and closing of the practice, different ways of holding them helps center us in the practice. So let's explore a few of these mudras, and you can play with these throughout your meditation practice, channeling what you would like to receive during your meditation or opening and closing practice. And when I start to introduce these naturally throughout the class, you'll be a little bit more familiar with what these mudras represent, and remembering that the hand represents the 5 elements
of the universe,
with fire, air, space, earth, and water. Okay, so let's explore some of these mudras. The Gyan Mudra I began before, of touching the pointer finger and the thumb. So fire and air touching together and opening up of these 3 fingers. and resting them onto the knee when you're meditating, opening up the hands. So you would use this Gyan Mudra, seeking to gain knowledge and improve your concentration. There is also 2 ways that we can hold in the Gyan Mudra, and sometimes it's called, if they're up, Chin Mudra, and down the Gayana Mudra. So don't get too caught up with the names as such, but when we have them up, we're gaining the sun's energy or drawing the sun's energy in the morning, and in the afternoon, if you're doing an evening class or night class, turning the palms down, using the thumb and the finger, pointer finger the same, placing the hands onto the knees, and keeping that sun's energy in. Of course, you're receiving exactly the same, gaining focus and internal awareness. So let's explore Anjali Mudra, which is hands together at our heart space. Anjali Mudra is slightly opened at the base of the knuckles, which represents a flower yet to open, and also symbolizes the opening of our heart space. And we're really wanting to set an intention during this mudra. As you know, we use this Anjali Mudra at the beginning of our classes and also the end. The Anjali Mudra is also used in mountain pose, Surya Namaskar, and in tree pose as well when we're balancing. So it's used in several places, as you know, even in twists as we turn. So it's using to help use our concentration throughout each asana, each posture. Let's explore the Dhyana Mudra, which is cupping of the right hand inside the left and touching the thumbs. So you will often see the Buddha as the one behind me here represented holding this mudra. And this mudra gesture brings tranquility and inner peace. So the right hand representing enlightenment and higher spiritual faculties rests over the left hand representing the world of Maya or illusion. So that is a very brief little bit of information about mudras. So I hope you enjoyed this introduction, and very small introduction. As explained, there's over 100 mudras that you can choose from to use throughout the practice. I introduced these 3 purely because these are the 3 that I use the most throughout my teachings, and know that whether it be the Anjali Mudra, the Gyan Mudra, or the Dhyana Mudra, that you can use these in your postures, in your asanas, throughout our practice, anytime you choose. I think when you understand or have a little bit of knowledge about what these hand gestures represent, these are seals as well, so they're sealing in this energy. So you're drawing not only from your breath, using your hands to concentrate as well and gain so much more. So interesting. I find them interesting. I hope you did too. Bye for now. Namaste.